The sky over eastern Ukraine was calm on July 17, 2014, as Malaysia Airlines flight MH17 cruised at 33,000 feet. The Boeing 777 carried 298 passengers and crew, unaware that they were flying into a war zone where pro-Russian separatists, armed and trained by Moscow, were engaged in a brutal conflict with Ukrainian forces. What happened next would become one of the most infamous acts of hybrid warfare in modern history, an operation orchestrated by Russia's military intelligence agency, the GRU. Somewhere in the occupied Donetsk region, a Buk surface-to-air missile system had just arrived from Russia. Operated by the GRU-controlled 53rd Anti-Aircraft Missile Brigade, the weapon was capable of shooting down aircraft at high altitudes. The operatives manning the system believed they were targeting a Ukrainian military plane, but they had made a fatal mistake. They locked onto MH17. At 1:20 p.m. UTC, a missile streaked through the sky. Within seconds, it struck the passenger jet, shattering the fuselage and igniting a catastrophic explosion. The aircraft broke apart mid-air, scattering debris and bodies across the fields of eastern Ukraine. There were no survivors. Chaos erupted. The world watched in horror as footage of burning wreckage and personal belongings flooded the news. The pro-Russian separatists, initially celebrating what they thought was a military victory, quickly realized their mistake. In intercepted communications, GRU-linked fighters could be heard panicking, asking if they had shot down a civilian aircraft. Their superiors had only one command: cover it up. Within hours, Russian disinformation machines went into overdrive. Multiple narratives emerged. Ukraine shot the plane down. A Ukrainian fighter jet was responsible. It was a Western conspiracy. But as investigators sifted through the wreckage, the truth became undeniable. The missile's serial number led directly to the Russian military. Radar data, intercepted communications, and forensic analysis all pointed to one conclusion. The missile system had been supplied by Russia, operated by GRU-controlled forces, and smuggled back across the border immediately after the attack to erase evidence. The Dutch-led Joint Investigation Team, JIT, painstakingly reconstructed the event, indicting GRU operatives and separatist leaders in absentia. But Moscow refused to extradite them. The Kremlin denied involvement, calling the investigation a Western smear campaign, even as the evidence mounted. The downing of MH17 wasn't just a tragedy, it was an act of war, a brutal demonstration of the GRU's willingness to use military hardware against civilian targets. It sent a chilling message. In the world of Russian hybrid warfare, collateral damage was just another tool of statecraft. The attack deepened Russia's isolation from the West, led to harsher sanctions, and reinforced the GRU's reputation as a reckless but effective force willing to defy international norms. But for the families of the 298 victims, the GRU's denials meant nothing. The crime had been committed, and the ghosts of MH17 would never be silenced.